Everybody get down! Give me all the money! It's got the pockets!
Some criminals think they have the perfect plan until it backfires badly. From a trapped thief begging for mercy
Please, I have nothing, please.
to a fearless shopkeeper turning the tables, these 13 wild moments prove crime doesn't pay. Watch them all and tell us which one was the most hilarious. In Chicago, 2016, a robber stormed into a phone shop, pistol in one hand and an empty bag in the other. Raising the gun, he shouted, "Fill the bag with phones." The terrified shopkeeper stalled for time. The robber dragged him into the back room. His first mistake. A security camera was watching. Back in the main room, the shopkeeper pretended to fill the bag while pulling out cash. As the robber leaned in, he pounced. A fierce struggle erupted. In a swift move, the shopkeeper seized the gun. Panicked, the robber ran into a dead-end room. Realizing his trap, he rushed back out, desperate to escape. But the shopkeeper had already snatched the phones. In the end, the robber fled, empty-handed. Get ready for the funniest one. On July 3rd, a man attempted to rob a nail salon in Atlanta. When he ordered everyone to get on the ground and hand over their money, shockingly, no one obeyed.
Everybody get down! Give me all the money! It's got the pockets! Give me all the money! Get down! Where's the money? Give me the money! Where's the money? Everybody give me everything! Where's the money?
They calmly remained seated. Frustrated, the man eventually walked out and drove away in a silver sedan. In Smethwick, Birmingham, two masked robbers stormed into a convenience store, one waving a machete. They thought it would be an easy score. Big mistake. The quick-thinking shopkeeper grabbed 2 wine bottles and smashed them on the floor, startling the criminals. Before they could react, he sprinted out and slammed the door shut, trapping them inside. Panic set in. The robbers yanked the door, but the shopkeeper and bystanders held it tight. Desperate, one swung the machete at the glass, but it wouldn't break. Meanwhile, in a hilarious last-ditch effort, one of the robbers pretended to be a customer, casually browsing the shelves, as if no one just saw him storm in with a weapon. But their terrible acting fooled no one. With no escape, they had no choice but to wait. By the time police arrived, the robbers weren't just trapped, they were completely out of excuses. On January 15th, 2022, 2 robbers suddenly stormed into a grocery shop, one holding a pistol. The armed robber aimed the gun at the shopkeeper, demanding money. Terrified, the shopkeeper opened the drawer, but at that very moment, a bold move. The shopkeeper grabbed the robber's hand and pinned him to the table. Now the shop's employee regained his courage and moved forward to help. The second robber tried to stop him, but the employee pushed past and advanced. Afterward, the crowd arrived and managed to catch the robber, while the second robber attempted to flee. One of the employees chased after him. With tension, courage, and an unexpected turn of events, the entire grocery shop became the stage of a dramatic battle. This one is pretty funny. A man walked into a liquor store, grabbed a bottle, and tried to make a run for it. But the store owner was quicker. She locked the door instantly. The thief quickly realized he was trapped, with no way out. Left with no choice, he calmly walked back, handed the bottle to the shopkeeper like a well-mannered customer, and casually exited the store. Lesson learned. The next one held on September 30th, 2021, in Brazil. A robber entered a shop on a calm afternoon, holding a pistol. Demanding money, he began searching every corner, even checking the shopkeeper's pockets. Suddenly, as the robber bent down, the shopkeeper struck him with a rolling pin. In an instant, the pistol flew from the robber's hand. Before he could react, the shopkeeper picked it up, and then the robber received a punishment he would never forget. When robbers mistakenly walk into the wrong jewelry shop, the shop owner and his employee pull out AK-47s. The armed robbers instantly regret their decision, realizing they've entered the worst possible place. The next story is about a romantic date night and ends with action. Detective Chase McKeown and Officer Nicole McKeown of the Elizabethtown Police Department were celebrating their first 6 months of marriage with a date night at Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers restaurant. At 10 p.m., masked Justin T. Carter entered, brandished a gun, and demanded money. Unbeknownst to him, the couple were off-duty police officers. They swiftly intervened, escorting Carter out and detaining him a few blocks away. Carter was arrested on charges of first-degree robbery and various firearm offenses. On a Brazilian street, captures 2 men pulling up to a Mercadinho grocery store on a motorbike. One struts inside, ready to clean out the cash register, while his getaway driver waits outside like a loyal Uber for criminals. But moments later, the plan takes a hilarious turn, because instead of walking out with the loot, the robber goes airborne. The furious store owner yeets him straight through the window, sending him flying like a human frisbee. In Honolulu, a thief tried to escape with a pricey speaker, but security guard Summer Tapasa blocked him like a football pro. She tackled him to the ground, stopping his getaway. The video went viral.
Best Buy. Summer Tapasa was on her shift as an asset protection worker when she saw the man trying to dash out the door with a pricey portable speaker. Despite company policy not to engage physically with shoplifters, Tapasa blocked the man from leaving.
Even the police were stunned. Now, the Women's Football League has come calling. A group of masked teens tried to rob a Las Vegas smoke shop, but owner Johnny Nguyen fought back. As one suspect jumped over the counter, Nguyen grabbed a knife and struck him multiple times. The teen collapsed, bleeding, while the others fled in panic. The shocking video went viral, and all suspects are now in custody as the investigation continues. On the next video, in 2023 Stockton, California, a young robber broke into a store in California. Armed, he began filling a basket with cigarettes, threatening the staff with a pistol when they tried to stop him. However, one employee managed to grab him, and another started beating him mercilessly. Eventually, it was revealed that there was no real weapon. It was just a toy. He wasn't a professional robber, just a petty thief. In the end, the store owner showed him mercy and let him go.
You have a gun. He's lying. Let's let him go. Come on, come on, come on. Let's get him. Get him. Okay, come on.
While this store owner has mercy, the next one doesn't have that. On April 17th, 2017, a robber entered a mobile store. He started searching for money, but eventually, the store employees quickly left and locked the door behind them. To his astonishment, the robber found himself trapped inside. Even after firing several shots at the door, there was no result. In the end, he began to beg for mercy with folded hands.
Please, I have nothing. Please.
Yet no one opened the door. Finally, the police arrived, arrested the robber, and took him away. The next story, it takes failure to a whole new level. August 17th, 2024, in Bangladesh. The city buzzed with activity, and amidst the chaos, 2 armed robbers arrived in front of a closed shop, gripping sharp weapons. Break the shutter at any cost. That was their plan. With each violent strike, the metal gate trembled. The street was momentarily theirs, until, out of nowhere, an army jeep passed by, and the soldiers instantly jumped out, aiming their rifles at the robbers. The weapons slipped from their trembling hands. In sheer panic, they dropped to their knees, grabbing their ears. "We surrender." Within seconds, more soldiers surrounded them. The criminals were swiftly loaded into a military vehicle. In Fortaleza, Brazil, an armed couple stormed a pizza shop, aiming to rob everything in sight. Only one customer was inside, who was immediately held at gunpoint and robbed. As the robbers emptied the cash register, the victim pulled out a firearm and opened fire. The male suspect was shot and later taken to the hospital, while the female suspect was caught while trying to escape. Both now face charges. In Mesquite, 2 robbers stormed a jewelry store, one armed with a gun. But the store owner, 57-year-old Tien Tran, calmly drew his handgun. Gunfire erupted, with both sides exchanging shots. Tran fired a warning shot first, but the suspects fired back with 3 rounds. In the end, they fled. Crime doesn't always pay. These robbers learned the hard way. From fearless shopkeepers to instant karma, their plans backfired in the worst ways. If you enjoyed these wild moments, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.